Howdy, y'all. I am Adam the Renaissance Nerd. What have I been saying? What have I and many others who love and appreciate real, actual Star Wars, depending your level of devotion, EU to regular movie person varying, but still who love actual Star Wars? What have we been saying for the longest time? Once Disney Star Wars, Disney Lucasfilm revealed themselves to be the hacks, the hate-filled entity that they are towards that vision of George Lucas and his galaxy far, far away. What have we been saying? I'll give you a second. They don't know what they're doing. They don't care, but more importantly, they don't know because they don't know actual Star Wars. And I'm not even talking the EU. I'm talking the 6 movies, the OT and the PT. And love them or hate them, the PT is Star Wars canon because all 6 movies flowed from George Lucas himself. They are the core with which we build the expanded universe and our love for Star Wars. So they are actual canon, not the canon that the shills try to preach that is Disney Star Wars right now. That isn't canon. That's bad fan fiction. Say it with me again. Disney Star Wars is bad fan fiction. I say bad fan fiction because there is such a thing as good fan fiction. Good fan fiction is done when an amateur writer picks up a franchise they love, let's just say Star Wars, embraces it fully, makes sure they know every in and out of the lore they're dealing with concerning whatever story they're writing, and then, as faithfully as possible, creates their own story that can seamlessly fit in logically to the actual canon and lore without disturbing the actual canon and lore. But those involved with Disney Star Wars not only don't care about that, they reveal once and for all they don't know anything. We now go to Bounding Into Comics, who have so generously discovered this for me today on June 6th, 2022. Again, always go to Bounding Into Comics, great website. Obi-Wan Kenobi writer appears to be oblivious of Revenge of the Sith. Has no clue Kenobi knew Anakin was Darth Vader. Any real, regular Star Wars fan who has watched the movies time and again, we know. We know Obi-Wan knew. We know he knew. He knows he knew. Anakin knows he knew. Yoda knows he knew. They're all very knowing. But clearly, somebody charged with writing the Kenobi show doesn't know. Obi-Wan Kenobi writer Joby recently discussed the latest Disney Plus Star Wars show and appeared to reveal he had no idea that Kenobi knew that Anakin Skywalker became Darth Vader. Let's see what the man actually has to say. In an interview to The Wrap, he says, "That was actually something I pitched originally. That was something I discovered along the way and sort of had to confirm with Pablo, waste of human space, Hidalgo, and really think, hold on a second, what does he actually know?" Well, he didn't originally pitch that Kenobi, not knowing that Vader survived their battle. Let's keep going. From there, Harold listed a string of questions, with one of them implying he and the team at Lucasfilm working on this show do not realize that Obi-Wan Kenobi knows Anakin Skywalker is Darth Vader. These questions are going to blow your mind. He questioned, does he know the moniker Vader? Well, let's see. Actual physical evidence. Obi-Wan knows who Anakin becomes.
It can't be.
You have done well, my new apprentice. Now, Lord Vader, go and bring peace to the Empire.
I can't watch anymore.
Yes, there it is. Plain as day, Obi-Wan Kenobi knows that Anakin Skywalker is Darth Vader. Straight from the mouth of babes, that is Emperor Palpatine. So, flat out evidence, there it is. The world knew, everybody knew. Well, these idiots don't. He continues, what would that mean? Can he associate the two? Was he cognizant of it? How isolated is he? Where is Vader at the time? Where is his reputation and how well known is he? All those pieces of the puzzle. Just think about these questions for a moment. What would that mean if he knew Darth Vader was Anakin Skywalker? Well, we know what it means. They had a fight a short time later on Mustafar. We know what it means. We know. We already know. You don't, obviously, because you're dumb. Can he associate the two? Yeah, he can because he knows. What was he cognizant of? Everything! How isolated is he? Well, Tatooine's an outer rim planet, but it's still controlled by essentially one of the galaxy's mafioso, the Hutt, specifically Jabba the Hutt, because the Hutts have Hutt space. They are crime lords. And news will still come through Tatooine because Tatooine was Jabba's home base. So, of course, where's Vader at that time? Well, Obi-Wan would have at some point heard the name Darth Vader leading Imperial troops, the Jedi Purge. He would have heard about this. Tatooine may be outer rim, but it's not insignificant in terms of information because it's the center of a crime lord's empire. Where's his reputation? And how well known is he? He's Darth freaking Vader, 10 years into the Empire. Everybody would know who he is. He is second in command to the Emperor. The Emperor's right-hand man. Commands the fleets. Has a rank higher than even a Grand Admiral. And I don't know about Grand Moff Tarkin. He's a Grand Moff. That's a nerd debate to have, but we're not going to do that right now. And all the piece of puzzle. This is who we're dealing with. We're dealing with morons. I don't know if he's in here, but we're dealing with morons who don't understand real Star Wars. This proves, without a shadow of a doubt, that people who have been given the reins to write Disney Star Wars fan fiction, bad fan fiction, don't know anything.
I am shocked. Shocked! Well, not that shocked.
But it doesn't end there. There's even more to the stupidity. We keep going. Nevertheless, Harold would go on to explain why he wanted Kenobi to discover that Vader was still alive. You mean he'd already written it out and he's too lazy to actually go research the material and maybe change his dumb story. Get right back right here. The great piece of storytelling you can use is getting you into play that moment of realization that which haunts him is still alive. And what does it mean for him? You see, this isn't... No, what it means is you had to warp it to fit your uneducated view of what was going on in Star Wars at this time. Because you didn't know. You've admitted you didn't know. When you say, but it all comes down to, is it viable within canon to play that card? Which it was. No, it wasn't. Because you have to make massive logic leaps to put this together at all. That Obi-Wan has to live in near virtual isolation, can never hear anything, know anything, that the galaxy is a tiny little place where news doesn't travel. That's the leap of logic and headcanon that all morons have to make. And the stands willingly accept that because they're stands and they're programmed to consume, not question. Which is great because that allowed you at the end of episode 2 and beginning of episode 3, it gets you so much that feels essential to the fundamental story, which is Obi-Wan Vader, that which haunts you facing the past, everything that comes to fruition in 3 and beyond. Wow, is that word salad. He said nothing right there. It's just him patting himself on the back for talking to Pablo Hidalgo and finding a way out of his mess because he didn't want to have to rewrite the crap that he wrote. Plain and simple. It was a good day to realize we could use it and do it. A good day to realize that, someone can fix it for me because I'm a lazy asshole. It made the story active, especially for the viewer that isn't familiar with the canon as we all are. You've just revealed you're not familiar with the canon. They can't even catch their own hypocrisy when they speak. It boggles the mind, but he goes on. He goes on. He states, the spectacular thing about Star Wars versus some of the other big franchisey IP stuff I've been lucky enough to work on is everything's so buttoned up. In regards to canon and things you can do and the things you can't do, very, very quickly you find out what's on the table and what isn't. Everything's an email or a phone call away. Because that Pablo Hidalgo is a sort of mad genius, and he was incredibly helpful and always available, and I'll be forever grateful for his help because you can hunt down any idea if he can say, yeah, if you want, you're okay there. Pablo Hidalgo doesn't know shit. Pablo Hidalgo is unreachable to actual fans because he blocks actual fans on Twitter. He blocks actual fans on social media. He doesn't listen to anything because it's his own world now. He doesn't have to play by George's rules. He doesn't have to do anything that he doesn't like. He makes it up as he goes along. And for you to say, oh, we just have to ask Pablo, that's lazy because it's like asking the smartest kid on the short bus what the answer is to last night's homework. Because that's Pablo Hidalgo. You're all on the short bus, and he's the smartest kid on the short bus. This is so bad. This is so bad. Saying Star Wars is buttoned up in regards to canon, you know you can do, and you can do, can't do. If you actually did your research, you'd know what to do, can't do. All you had to do was watch a movie. How hard is that? 2 hours of your life to watch a somewhat decent movie. That's all you have to do. It's not like you have to go read a giant Bible. It's not like you gotta go read 28 years worth of literature, which, actual fans have done because of the love of Star Wars. No. We can just ask Pablo and he'll tell us because Pablo's a mad genius. Pablo's a mad retard. And right now, John F. Trent here goes on to just list all the canon breaking stuff that goes on. And again, you could say George Lucas broke canon. George broke canon. He did it all too. No, George was allowed to do it because he was George, and we all gave him shit over it. So again, losers. They're all losers. Every single one of them, all the way up to Kathleen Kennedy.
Fade in.
And all of you who want to try and defend this show, talking about facial expressions and body language and this and that, and trying to discern the motivations based on the warped headcanon that your cognitive dissonance is spawning. Here's the truth. They have no plan. They don't know what they're doing. They're just creating something completely separate from actual Star Wars lore because they don't know Star Wars lore. Plain and simple. You have no leg to stand on, Stans. You can come in here and whine at me with your pathetic insults that are directed at me and not really refuting anything I say. And therefore, all I go is, better luck next time. You've just instilled a fire in me to keep going. Joby Harold is a loser. Everybody involved in the show's a loser. Everybody at Disney Lucasfilm is a loser. And if you're buying into this stuff, well, I'm just going to be nice, just call you a simpleton, that you can't handle facts and logic when they are presented to you. Disney Star Wars is trash. Obi-Wan Kenobi is trash.
Here endeth the lesson.
All right, I'm done. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, a like would be very much appreciated, as would a subscription to my channel right here on YouTube, where I'm here to earn your trust and support using facts and logic, because facts and logic do not care about your fifis. Hit the notification button, share my video. If you like what I'm preaching, by all means, leave comments. I'd love to hear from actual people who, even if they disagree with me, we can maybe find common ground because that's what normal people do. We are not insane, crazy stans and SJWs who, with their smooth brains, are to the one cowards behind keyboards. I don't care what they think. I will never care what they think, despite how much they desperately crave my attention and yours. They will fade away and lose their fabricated power. Thank you again for watching this video. Take it easy. Howdy, y'all. The first chapter of my fantasy novel, Guardian of Innocence, is now available for free. Click the link in the description below and join me in an old-school good versus evil story where Cole Larys, a disillusioned mercenary, suddenly finds himself dropped into the middle of a destiny he never asked for as the protector of Jania Sarai, a blacksmith's daughter who may hold the answers to finally stopping a millennia-old threat to the world of Rosetta. Cole's perceptions of love, family, trust, loyalty, as well as his very beliefs in fate versus free will shall be tested as he struggles to keep Jania safe from the minions of the dreaded Zabor Tal, former champion of the gods and now ruler of the long-forgotten Yis Empire. Click the link below, enjoy the first chapter, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and help it grow so that I can bring you the full story in the near future. Thank you, and enjoy the video. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to get in touch with me, you can reach out to me at therennerd@gmail.com. That email's for channel business only, so I check it on a daily basis. Also, you can find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can find me at Rumble and Odyssey, The Renaissance Nerd. Thank you again. See you next time.